Hello, friends. Today I'm going to talk to you about aphasia, which is things part of the word retrieval, mixing up words, mispronouncing, um, that you can't find words. And so I want to talk to you about having aphasia. Um, Yes, from somebody who has aphasia. So, my name is Tara Livingston, and this is Stroke of Genius, a memoir. So, my aphasia is part of, I had a stroke in November of 2023, and I woke up with aphasia and some other deficits. But I want to talk to you about aphasia. Um, Aphasia or the symptoms of aphasia can come from not just, it doesn't need to be from stroke, could be come from brain injury, um, or or some people get get the symptoms from they've had a bad infection, or they've had some way to from different kind of medications, or anyway, there's lots of reasons. So I'm not going to talk to you about um, the diagnosis of aphasia. I'm going to talk to you about what it's like to have aphasia. So I'm not a professional, but I did doing a little bit of research to share with my new friends now. And the reason I'm talking about this is that I was in a group called Functional Neurological Disorder on Facebook, and lots of people are been talking about uh, word retrieval, not um, uh, and mixing up their words and forgetting phrases and things. And I thought, oh, I know this, what it sounds, what it is. So I want to talk to you about aphasia. So I'm going to, I can't do a script because I have aphasia and I can't write. So, but I'm very good at copy pasting. So I'm going to be looking at a document that I have closed. All right. So part of the aphasia is a big thing that I am hearing about on the Facebook pages and the groups that I'm part of, and it's called anomia. Anomia, or difficulty retrieving words, is essentially universal across all individuals with aphasia. Yes. So when you're searching for the right word, but it just won't come. Another sufferer of with aphasia said to me that it's not that you can't find for you that you forgot the word. It's as if the word never existed. Oh my goodness, this is a very good description. It's as if you are finding like you're in a tunnel and it's just blank. It's only white, and you can't. There's no, that word is gone. All right. So, and the anomia is all part, you mix up words in the sentence, or that words come out as wrong or nonsense words. For example, where is the train spation instead of the train station? My favorite that I do all the time is I often say when I'm speeching, but when I should be saying the word when I'm speaking. But I say speeching. And as soon as it comes out of my mouth, I know that I was supposed to say speaking, but it comes out speeching. It- this is just an example uh, that I'm working for. So I want to talk to you about the retrieving the words is anomia. Um, and but there's also agraphia. I don't know how to pronounce this. Um, is also part of the written expression that you also find. So, for instance, common phrases that I've used my whole life. I can't do phrases like common sayings. So I highlighted this one and I said I can't retrieve the known sayings like the pot calling the kettle black. So the saying is the pot calling the kettle black. This is phrase that I used to. This is used to use this way, but I actually had to Google it just to share it with you today because I had no. I knew it was something with the pot and black kettle, and I put this as in Google, and then I found it. But those kinds of common phrases and common sayings that are not kind of tied to reality, uh, you may find that they're very confusing for your brain, and they're not going to be able to easily be retrieved if you have aphasia. So, I when I'm talking about this, I want you to know that it's not just you. This is it's very frustrating. Um, uh, I often find things funny, but sometimes it's very hard to my ego to not be able to talk the way that I used to, or to understand the language as I used to be able to do. So um, there's ways of talk that I talk that I often sound as if I'm learning English for the first time, using very short sentences with any adjectives or function words. I have a master's degree. Uh, I've done academic reading and writing for a long time, and but the way I talk now, it sounds as if I'm just learning English because I go to the most simple phrasing I can manage. So it's not very beautiful or flowery or descriptive. It is just very simple. And this is part of the aphasia. Um, Speaking haltingly or with effort, yes, you can see speaking haltingly. If you want to watch this video, the best part is to put this on 1.25 or 1.5 speed. Then it will sound maybe normal. Anyway, so making syntax errors, such as putting words in the wrong order. Oh my goodness, I do this all the time. And I've I don't even correct myself often because it happens so often for me. But I am going to talk to you about um, understand, comprehending, speaking language. So I want to tell you a little story, and this just happened a few days ago. that really hurt my heart a little bit and my ego. So I got a phone call, and they said, "Oh, do you have any time to do a survey on the phone?" I said, "Yes, I have opinions." So it was about the city where I get in where I live, and I thought, "Oh my goodness, yes, I can answer questions because I have opinions about the things that have been happening with the city." They would make a statement, and the statement would be maybe like one sentence or maybe two sentences. By the time I was finished listening to the statement that I was supposed to be replying about, I I had lost the meaning of the sentence. So I'm just going to open another part. I'm so embarrassed. I had to look up with survey questions to help me to talk about this on this video. So this is a good example of what that was very difficult. So example of multiple choices questions. This is one. I feel comfortable expressing my opinions and ideas without fear or discrimination or bias. Okay, so by the time I was finished listening to this sentence, I had I couldn't decide between, is this a positive statement or a negative statement. So I will give you this. Um, uh, Sorry, this is another example. So because I was having difficulty deciding whether or not the statement was worded in the positive or the negative, I by that time I couldn't decide between whether I agreed with the statement or disagreed with the statement, and that the options were that I strongly disagree, or neutral, or agree, or strongly agree. By the time I was finished with the survey, I had no idea whether or not I had actually put the answers that I wanted to say. I was devastated. I finished the survey. They said thank you. And the woman, she was so lovely. But she couldn't explain the statement to me. Part of the protocol of survey is the person who is asking questions can't do anything editing. If I had been with my friends or my family, and they had said something about being comfortable and expressing my opinions and ideas without fear or discrimination, I would be able to say, "Cannot what is the tell me more about this statement," and then I would comprehend it, and then I would say, "Oh no, I'm very agree with this." I was so upset that I phoned the city 10 minutes, 15 minutes after and said, "You have to put me in the department that is part of the taking the survey, and you have to take out my responses because they don't have any value, because I don't know what I was saying." So this is impairments in spoken language comprehension. Yes. And that was devastating to me. I thought that I understand everything that I hear. The truth is that I don't always. So, especially between negatives and positives, even, yes, anyway. So now I'm going to talk to you about also agraphia. Agraphia. So this is about written expression. I've gotten a lot better in this since the beginning of my aphasia. Even small statements like Facebook posts or something, they're filled with errors all the time. And people who know me and all my followers, they understand for the most part. Um, and I want to tell you that I wrote a very short bio for a presentation I've been asked to do about aphasia. Interesting. And I thought I was very proud of this a bio that I had written. Had worked on it. I had used some sentences that I've used before for uh, before the aphasia. I thought, oh, I've done a really good job stitching this all together until someone edited it for me. And I realized it was awful. It wasn't awful. It was kind of awful. So I'm a little embarrassed. Is someone that I was used to, you know, giving writing things for the master level, and I feel very kind of sometimes stupid for this. Now, the reason I'm going to tell you, I want to give you that there is hope. And the reason that I say this is that once you've recognized that you have these kind of difficulties, you come up with some strategies to be able to deal with this. Hopefully, you can have access to a speech therapist to help you to figure out strategies and workbooks things. I have I work with the sentences talking about pronouns and adjectives and putting them in order. I have to do this, and I have to repeat it over and over and over again. And I am so lot better. I'm better than I used to be. So I'm getting better at with my speech and my aphasia, and it is very frustrating when I'm talking about this incomprehension about the talk about when I talk about the survey. This one is kind of new, and part of the reason that I'm kind of embarrassed and very sad about this is that I haven't been, what the word is gone. Sorry, not as if it doesn't exist anymore. I've never been confronted by something like this, to have a lot of statements that I was trying to figure out just only hearing without. I would have done better in the survey if I could read it printed and hear it. So maybe one of tricks for you, if you're having hard time with comprehension or to reading things, then maybe use audiobook and read along with the book. For me, this helps me a little bit do this, and it's very good. And it's, for me, it's a way of trying to retrain my brain to use the good pathways in my brain, because I know that they're there. They've just been interrupted, trying to find a new pathway. I hope that you find some hope in this. And for the most part, I want you to know that you're not alone. You're not crazy. You're not. When you see the post, and I'm like, oh my goodness, if you just understand that you have aphasia, it's a condition, and that there you can have some treatment, and there is a way to live with it in the world, because I have it, and this is my only experience. But for the most part, people are kind. Anyway, thanks for listening to this video. I will be talking to you about some other parts of the condition, my condition, apraxia, uh, dystonia, uh, foreign accent syndrome, etc. But today I'm just talking about aphasia. Thank you for listening. My name again is Tara Livingston, and this is Stroke of Genius, a memoir. Bye.